Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again.
Yeah, this feels like a dream, and you know just what I mean. You see my boy, he like gotta made it. Boy, he's a fan, and he like the Ravens, and you know just what I mean.
YouTube team, keep it clean. What's going on? It's Ingravenvids. Another video, and man, Lamar cannot win for nothing with people, man. He can't win for nothing. It's always going to be something. Lamar Jackson throws a free event in his community for kids, for families to come out for free. Is there any charge? No. Do you have to pay for tickets? No. Is there a cover charge? No. It is free. Bringing it, and is Lamar just going to show up and just stay posted up? No. He's going to interact with people. He's going to meet people. He said, what's up to Carter? And he said, what's up to so many other kids? And it's like, man, like what? Is it nothing that he ever does will ever be good enough for some people, no matter what. He comes out there, vibes with everybody. And it's not just for one day. Say, for instance, somebody, they missed it on Saturday. They're like, oh, man, I missed it. I had to work. I had to do this. I was in this place. I couldn't make it. He had another free event on Sunday. But it's not good enough. Anyway, the headline that caught a lot of us a little off guard this morning, and of course, timing is everything. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk, he wrote an article this morning, of course, after seeing the highlights of Lamar Jackson, get them boys as a wide receiver, and then even as a DB. I said, okay, they got Lamar out here pressing, in Jordans too. Do your thing, man. Because I'm used to Lamar doing that stuff in slides. Every time we see the highlights and the clips and all that, Lamar got slides on. But this time, no. He threw on the Jordans. He was mossing people. He was catching with one hand. And he was playing quarterback for him, too. But anyway, the headline, it caught us a little off guard. It said, as he closes in on a contract worth upwards of $40 million per year. Because, yeah, Lamar's about to get paid. Lamar Jackson probably shouldn't be doing DB wide receiver drills on an asphalt basketball court. It's like, okay. Then it says, on the brink of a life-changing contract, Lamar Jackson takes an unnecessary risk. Oh, boy. It's like, I understand what he's saying. Lamar Jackson could possibly get hurt from doing this extracurricular activity. But at the same time, football player or not, somebody could get hurt doing a curricular activity, something that's required. That's part of their daily curriculum. It could happen literally at any given second. But since it's Lamar Jackson, you know it's going to be scrutinized, criticized, emphasized that much more. Now, I could be like, we could make a video about Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, hey, these guys are out there playing golf and they're swinging. They're right-handed, so they're swinging with the right side of their body. They swing hard enough, they could throw out a shoulder in their throwing arm. Now they won't be good anymore. But are we doing? No, we're not going to do that because they're out there playing. Oh, Tom Brady too. They're out there playing golf, having fun. And Lamar Jackson's out there playing DB and wide receiver, having fun, enjoying himself, and doing it for other people. Let's get into the details of what this article said because he threw some little shady shots at Miss Jackson. Anyway, he said, a good agent not only negotiates a player's contract, a good agent also helps a player negotiate his life. So, from the very beginning, we see exactly where this is headed. We know Lamar Jackson does not have an agent. We know the agent community doesn't like that. We know if Lamar Jackson gets this deal done and he doesn't have an agent, the agent community is going to be in shambles. They are going to be so upset at Lamar Jackson and his camp because Lamar Jackson negotiating his own deal with him and his mom, and they have said he's getting outside influence. I don't know how true or not that is. But right now, he does not have an official agent. But if Lamar Jackson and his mom and company, they get this deal done, a record-breaking deal, which is going to be, then that's going to possibly influence other players to be like, hold up, agent? I don't want no stinking agent. I do it myself. Mama, come here. Daddy, come here. Let's get this thing done. Let's get it done. Because when you have an agent, you have to pay those agent fees. So the agent is going to get a fat chunk of whatever money you make. But anyway, back to the article. If Lamar Jackson currently had a good agent, see that? He didn't say, he said if Lamar Jackson currently had a good agent. He didn't say if Lamar Jackson currently had an agent. He said if Lamar Jackson currently had a good agent. We know what you're doing. Anyway, Lamar would be receiving a phone call with a very clear and direct message. Stop playing defensive back or receiver on an asphalt basketball court. Continuing, a video has emerged of Jackson doing both. And while he wasn't injured while doing either, there's simply no reason to take that risk while on the brink of signing a life-changing contract with the Ravens. So, this article was obviously made after the fact. It wasn't like, oh, Lamar Jackson, he got injured out there playing basketball. He got injured playing football on the basketball court. No, he didn't. But he still decided, you know what? Let's speak on it anyway. Because even though it didn't happen, let's talk about the what ifs. Even though they didn't happen, let's speak about the what ifs. But anyway, a broken ankle, torn ACL, ruptured Achilles tendon, or other similar injury would end those talks immediately. That's true. But did it happen? Or are we just talking about possible scenarios? Did it happen? Because if it happened, I'm unaware of it. I didn't see it. But anyway, this isn't hard and it shouldn't be controversial. No player closing in on a $40 million or so per year should be taking these risks just for kicks. Setting aside the question of whether the Ravens would declare any mishap a non-football injury and not pay his salary for 2021, the bigger issue here comes from the fact that his contract still isn't finalized. Get injured playing DB or wide receiver on a basketball, and it won't get done. Obviously, he meant on a basketball court, but silly little typo. No big deal. The Ravens seem intent to take care of Jackson, who's negotiating his own contract. Until that happens, Jackson needs to take care of himself, and he needs someone to tell him in no uncertain terms to minimize all physical risk until training camp and to hope that a deal can get finished before then. Oh, boy. Why? He cannot do a thing. He can't do a thing. And it's like with Lamar Jackson, he can do so much positive. He can do so much positive, but people will focus, not even, because this isn't even focusing on the negative. This is focusing on what could potentially be negative, but it isn't negative. But something that has potential to be, even though it didn't happen, but it has potential to be. And okay, with the potential, I understand that part. Because again, we remember Terrell Suggs. Terrell Suggs was balling on a basketball court, shooting in people's face. I said, okay, I see a 55. Then boom, he tore his ACL, was it his Achilles? I forget which one. I always get the two mixed up. But anyway, he was out for a little while. Then he came back, and he was not in the best shape. But he got in good shape, and then boom, Ravens won the Super Bowl. Oh, wow, that's amazing. So we know that there's risk, but again, there's risk with anything that you do. We remember Sergio Kendall, and I don't mean to bring up bad memories, anything like that, but we remember Sergio Kendall. Ravens second round draft pick, pass rusher. All right, let's see what you got, Sergio. Never got to see it. Fell down the steps. Career over. Well, not his career. Well, that was the beginning of the end. Fell down the steps. Cracked the skull, I believe. Was he doing extracurricular activities or something? He fell down the steps. Accidents happen. They happen. And yeah, Lamar is getting ready to sign a huge deal, but he can't just sit up there and be Bubble Boy. You don't want to be Bubble Boy? Bubble Boy Lamar Jackson? No, man. Let that man live his life. I think last year, or was it the year before last, with the whole ski thing, everybody was tripping about that. They tripping about the almost. And it's like with social media, you just, this is why it can be a gift and a curse all at the same time. It all depends on who's using it and how they're using it. Social media enables us to see how the event was with Lamar Jackson and the kids and everything. See how he's chilling, he's talking, engaging with them. They having a good time. They're like, oh man, we get to meet Lamar Jackson. This is Lamar Jackson. And he is like a lot taller than I remember him being. Because that dude got some height on him. But anyway, it's like, yeah, we get to meet Lamar Jackson up close and like literally up close and personal. Because he was like right there. Right there. But people will they try to find negative with stuff, man. With the whole the ski thing. He avoided the boat. He showed that elusiveness. I'm looking at it like, oh man, what it put Lamar? Okay, I see you. But other people like, oh man, it could have went way worse. And hey, it could have, but it didn't. It didn't. So I can't even say let's just drop it, because this stuff is going to always happen with Lamar Jackson. And I know that there's some people who feel like, some Ravens fans, when it comes to Lamar, they play victim. They feel like, oh, Lamar, no, he's going to get criticized. No, you can see a clear difference between actual criticism and hate. There's a clear difference between legitimacy in a point and when you're reaching to try to make a statement. So anyway, I expect several articles on Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and any other quarterback that's gonna be out there playing golf. Or why didn't we see or hear an article about Aaron Rodgers driving on a golf cart and talking because he was talking with somebody at the same time, and he was making eye contact too. So he wasn't paying attention while he was driving. He could have hit the wrong turn. That golf cart could have flipped. He could have rolled. He could have tumbled. He could have got injured. Something could have happened. But it didn't. And we didn't see not one article. We out.
Right engraving.